I'm Jay with the North Face, and I'm here to talk about our down bags that are featured on Giantnerd.com. What I've got in my hand is our 0 degree Superlight. It's a 650 fill down bag, and this is kind of the bag that I like to talk about when I'm introducing our entire line of down bags. It's got all the features, it's got all the cool bells and whistles that make it a great piece of gear, and it really lets me tell the full story about what we're doing with our product and how it's going to benefit you and why you're going to enjoy it. So the first thing that we like to talk about at the North Face with our down is the quality of our down. We source only Hungarian goose down, which is really the best goose down that you can get, just in terms of consistency, the quality of the plumes, and the durability of those plumes, and how that's going to help basically make your gear last longer and keep you more comfortable in the backcountry. The other thing that we like to talk about with that is that the farms that we partner with all treat their animals in a humane way. And so for folks who are conscious about those types of decisions or those types of factors when they're making a purchasing decision, it's really good to be able to say that we're not basically just going and buying from folks who are going to have the cheapest product or the cheapest down. We want it to be a top quality product, and we also want our customers to know that they're buying from folks who are treating those animals right, and not in a way that would be really just sort of harmful and at the bottom line wrong. So what we've got here, like I said, this is our 0 degree bag. It's the Superlight. I'm going to use this to tell you guys all about our features on our down bags. The Superlight is really designed for folks who are looking for a bag to take them to the edge of those sort of winter conditions, but also be that year-round bag. It's a great bag if you're doing a summer trip in the Rockies, if you're going up to mountainous regions where it tends to get a little bit colder at night, even during the summer. We've got that 650 fill going through all of our higher-end down bags, which this is part of the collection. What we've also got are trapezoidal baffles. And what that basically means is it helps keep the down in place. It's not going to shift around as much, and it's really going to make the down more. It's going to make the bag more packable, and it's really going to keep that down in place, and it's going to help the durability, and it's also going to make it a much more consistently warm bag. You're not going to get those cold spots. You're not going to get those areas where you're really feeling like you've got too much insulation even. A couple of quick features that we've got. One of the signature features in all of our bags is our vaulted foot box. And what that basically means is there's extra room. So if you were to draw this from a profile, you would have a nice flat surface here and a little bit of extra room here at the feet. And what that allows for is anybody who's a little bit of a tosser or a turner at night, it's going to give them a little bit of extra room around their feet, and it's going to make the bag feel much more comfortable, even though it's a mummy fit. It's not a super tight mummy. It's going to give you the feeling that you're in a much bigger square bag, even though you're getting all the benefits of that closer, warmer fit that ultimately keeps you warmer, and it reduces the weight of the bag, makes it more packable. The fabrics that we're using here are very lightweight. You have a DWR, which is a durable water repellent finish to the entire bag. So if you happen to be sleeping in a tent where there's a little bit of condensation and that drips on you, your down's not going to get wet. The other thing that we incorporate into our design is that we use, you can see these 3 gray sections right here. We basically use a synthetic piece of insulation at the shoulders, the hips, the feet, and the head of our down bags. And what that allows for is a little bit better compression resistance. So when you're sleeping on this, these areas where the body tends to load weight, it's not going to pack out. And you're going to be warmer, and your bag's going to keep you more consistently comfortable throughout the night. We don't take away any down from that area as well. We just know that those pressure points where your weight typically loads, that's where the bag packs out. And if you're not, say your mat's a little bit thinner or you're sleeping on cold ground, that cold's not going to get through as much. The back fabric here, you can see this gray fabric is actually just slightly heavier than what we've got going on top. That's the area that takes the biggest beating, so that's where we want it to be durable. And we go with a lighter material on top that helps to make the bag really lightweight and really packable. The other features that we've got going on here is, or are, if you're serious about your grammar, an oversized zipper pull with a glow-in-the-dark tab so it's easy to find at night. And then we also have an oversized draft tube that runs down the length of the bag. There you go. So there's your draft tube on the inside of the bag. You can see that's a really nice oversized downfill draft tube. We've also got an oversized draft collar. It's fully adjustable, and the other nice feature about this is that if you're in a situation where you really have to cinch that down, the cord that runs through isn't directly against your skin. It's recessed a little bit. It's going to make it much more comfortable. So if you do ultimately have to use those essentially safety features, being able to cinch it down like that, it's not going to be uncomfortable. Material on the inside is great. It's a very, very soft fabric. Comfort's a key thing when you're thinking about spending good money on a sleeping bag, and it's something that we want to make sure that people aren't not only comfortable in terms of the temperature, but just the bag in general. So again, that's our Superlight bag. The other bags that you're going to see from us and featured on Giantnerd.com will be the Superlight for women, our iconic and very well-known blue Kazoo, which is a 15-degree bag, and the women's blue Kazoo. When we're talking about the features between the blue Kazoo and the Superlight, the only difference is going to be that downfill. So everything I talked about on the Superlight, if you're able to stay awake through that exciting presentation, it's all going to carry over to the blue Kazoo. The synthetic pads on the back, the quality of the downfill, the fabrics, the draft tube, all those features are incorporated into the 15-degree bag as well as the Zero. So that's the North Face down bags on Giantnerd.com. Thanks for watching.